So, my name is Sam, and I wanted to talk today about some of the life changes that happen and how we evolve as people and the growth that takes place during those kind of dark stages where sometimes we really don't know what's going on. And I feel called to speak on this because it's really changed my life and the way that I interact with people, that the way that I interact with myself and the way that I treat myself. And I feel that if people knew that actually they could get beyond themselves, I think it's pretty amazing. So generally, I'd like to say that this started at a point in my life where somebody close had left me, and that had triggered the whole kind of learning to understand about myself and what my needs were. Now, some people could say, well, this is in relation to my attachment style. And in part, I would agree with that. I mean, attachment style plays a major factor in relationships and who and why we're drawn to certain people. And I think the process of that journey, well, it's been, 2 years, but the process of that journey has really evolved the person that I am. And I'd like to say that before I was very rigid and unemotional, and I found that leaning into my emotion a lot more, not by choice, through that specific circumstance, has helped me to develop relationships with myself and other people that, are wholesome. And it's given me the ability to go look at people and their patterns and maybe have some compassion for who they are and what they've been through, even though I might not know what they've been through. So what I wanted to say is that if you're going through a hard time, my advice would be is actually to feel it, to reach out to people that you know and trust, who can manage and support you through this difficult time. Because grief suffered alone is one of the most excruciating pains, because you're stuck in your own thought patterns and you don't really tend to see a different point of view if you're not open or receptive to sharing that grief and sharing that pain. Now, I know this is a human trait that people don't want to share this emotion or feel really quite vulnerable in sharing that emotion. However, I would say that by sharing that emotion, by sharing the problem, by sharing that pain, you are working maybe a little bit through it. And it's a gradual process that, over time, you're releasing it. Because if you're not doing that, then it's going to start storing itself in your body, and it's going to affect the way that you interact with the world. And also those thought patterns, those narratives are also going to impact the way that you see the world, but the world interacts with you as well. And I think personally, through my experience, it enlightened me and has enabled me to become a much lighter person. I am a lighter person anyway in general,